Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to get back on the channel. As always, Ellis Steward. He's now 7-0 with one knockout. And yeah, pleasure getting you on. And yeah, I got you on before the CJ Wood fight, didn't I?
Yep. Yeah, nice to have you to be back on again, mate. Thanks for having me.
Anytime, mate. And yeah, talk us about the fight. I mean, it was a quick fight, and we were saying that knockout's gonna come, and it did, didn't it? Round one.
Yeah. You know what? It was definitely pending. As far as I was told, CJ was obviously a tough opponent. Which I sort of knew anyway. Going into it, I went in there. Felt really good, really good. Which was perfect considering obviously my fight before wasn't the best performance of mine. So I went in there, which is clever, boxed behind the jab, let everything flow, and I caught him a few really nice shots. Caught him with a nice right hand, long right hand, and it just opened up a big cut under his eye, and I had to pull him out.
Did you? So as soon as you saw that he was cut, you just jumped on him.
You know what? I actually didn't. I see I cut him. I knew it was obviously sixth round. I was early in the fight. I didn't even think much of it, to be honest with you. I see I cut him. I let him go back to the corner. We were sort of waiting for him to come out for the next round, and obviously he didn't. And then I see after the fight that obviously the cut was deeper than I had even thought myself. Yeah, they'd pulled him.
I mean, what did it mean to you? I mean, winning in round one and of course getting your first stoppage win as a pro.
Yeah, you know what? It was nice, really nice. It was lovely to get that stoppage. As I say, I was boxing really well in the first round. I felt really good in there. It's a shame that I couldn't show a bit more of that, but as I say, I'm not going to complain at that. I got a first round stoppage, so yeah, on to the next.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much stole the show, didn't you?
Yeah, pretty much, mate. You want to call it that, but yeah, everyone was really impressed with me. I had good reviews about it. Yeah, all round a good performance, mate.
Yeah, and not many people stop CJ as well. I mean, to do it in the first round is impressive.
Yeah, definitely. As I say, it was a long time coming. I think the stoppage, I felt really good, felt strong, fit. Been doing a lot of strength conditioning recently as well, which definitely helped. Yeah, I felt I was the best Ellis Steward that night, and yeah, it showed and it shone through.
Review your performance. Well, rate your performance out of 10. That's what I mean.
If you take it from just the first round, and for how long it lasted, then I'd give it a. I don't even want to give it a 10. I wouldn't even give it a 10 because there's always room for improvement. But I'd say an 8 or a 9. I thought I boxed really well, relaxed. So yeah, I'd say an 8 or a 9. As I say, shame it didn't last a bit longer. I could show more of what I was doing.
Mm. But overall, happy with it.
Yeah, very happy, mate. Very happy. Can't complain. As I say, first round stoppage. It's it's probably the perfect outcome, isn't it?
Yeah, big statement as well.
Definitely. Just show, as I say, just showing them the middleweights that I'm there. And when the time's right, I'll step in. And I'll go snatch them titles.
100%. I think the middleweight southern area is getting fought for this week. I think we did touch on it in
Yep.
our last interview. Constantine
hmm
Williams, Paul Gordon. That's yeah, this Saturday at your call Goodwin show.
Yeah, correct. As I say, I didn't actually know much about the pair of them at the time. I'd seen and shared a change room with Constantine Williams before, so I knew who he was. And but
Paul
Gordon,
Gordon.
I didn't actually know too much about. But he actually sparred with Brad Pauls in the run up to his fight at Peacock. I see him, and he's a good kid. So yeah, I think it'd be a good fight. And I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I can't get down there, but I'm looking forward to see who wins. And as I say, I'm not. I'm not sort of staring the two of them out as to say I'll have the winner, but because by the time obviously I boxed for it, they could have won it and moved on. But yeah, as I say, I'm just there, ready for when the time's right, and I'll take my opportunity.
I know I said it at the beginning, but I can't. Are you 7-0 now?
Yes, yes, 7-0. Yeah, so that was my seventh. I'm boxing again in 8 weeks' time. On the 18th of May, I'll be boxing. Just another keep busy fight. I think I'm gonna be in sort of a tough, really tough journeyman. And then hopefully after that we can move forward to maybe the title eliminator September time, and yeah, go from there really.
Mm. Yeah. Who have you got with that fight this weekend, or do you not want to say?
It's hard to say. Yeah, I don't really want to say too much. As I say, I haven't seen loads of either of them. I've seen obviously Gordon spar, but it was, as I say, I only see 2, 3 rounds of him, so it's hard to judge it on that in a 10 round fight. And Constantine, I've only seen against, I think it was Ian Morale, I believe. That he boxed when I was in the change room with him. I've only ever seen a round of that, so it's, yeah, as I say, it's hard for me to judge, but yeah, I'm sure it will be a good fight, and yeah, good luck to both of them.
Mm. But yeah, you mentioned Brad. Yeah, he sparred Paul. But yeah, what a fight he had with Nathan Heaney on the weekend. It was a draw, but I mean, you know, what a fight. Personally, I thought Brad nicked it. I thought, I mean, especially in that eighth round where Brad did get him going, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. You know what? Oh, what a performance by him! What a performance and what a fight it was by both men. It was exactly what you want for a British title fight. As you said, it was a shame about decision. You thought he had nicked it. I think a lot of people did as well. We had him a couple rounds up, but obviously we did tell him with 2 rounds to go, you're probably gonna have to stop this geezer because with the support he had, obviously he was a BT fighter. He had sold 2,000 tickets. It was going to be hard to get a decision, which we did deserve. And there was a few things as well, just spitting out the gum shield, where he should have had a point taken away. He was holding a fair bit. Brad had him going 3 times. Had him hurt bad in the 11th, I believe. The 8th, he had him badly hurt, and I think it might have been the 10th as well. There was one other round. And I believe a point should have been taken away at some point, or the fight should have been allowed to go on when he did spit his gum shield out because Brad was on the attack and it got stopped and it gave him that time to recover. And I think Brad would have stopped him, which is, you know what, I'm gutted for Brad because he left everything in that ring. I believe he had done enough, but he just didn't get decision. You know what I mean? And come on the short end of the stick. But listen, mate, we move forward as a team, and he'll be back. Trust me, he'll be back.
Were you nervous about, getting the decision when the final bell rang? How were you confident that you were going to get as a team, were you confident that Brad was going to get the nod or?
You know what? It's really hard to be confident. When you're in the position we was in with as I said before, 2,000 tickets he had sold. He was the BT fighter. He was the one that BT were building up, and Brad was really the underdog and weren't really meant to win. Which we obviously believed he would win the whole time. When the final bell went, I ran in, lifted him up because we believed he had won the fight, but the confidence in getting a nod is obviously a lot different to what our opinion is on how he performed and how we scored it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's a really tough one in that situation. Um, we was, as I say, we was confident we had done enough, but whether we was going to get the decision was 50-50. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I said it in my I didn't make a prediction video, but I was talking about it with someone
Yeah.
in the day, and I said if it goes to decision, even if Brad wins every round, I don't think he won it wide, but even if I thought Brad done enough, which I did,
Mm,
I couldn't see it like them giving it to Brad because they don't really give close decisions to an away fighter sort of thing.
yeah.
If you understand what I meant. My
Hmm.
prediction actually, I said on the day was round 8, and I nearly got that right, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You know what? He really had him going round 8. And they obviously put the gumshoe back in, gave him a bit of a recovery. And it happened again in round 11. And listen, not taking nothing away from Heaney, he's a lovely man. I sat in the change rooms with him when they was wrapping his hands. He's a good fighter, very good fighter. But at the end of the day, like if if I go and spar throughout my camp, I'll spar. I don't know, let's say 2, 3 times a week for 8 weeks. You wear that gum shield that you or that mouthpiece that you're going to fight in. And if it comes out all the time, at the end of the day, you're going to change it. You're going to get a new one, which doesn't come out. So a mouth guard doesn't just come out, even when you're it. You know what I mean? Especially 3 times. So I believe it was purposely spat out. It might not have seemed that way
I
at
think
the time,
one
but
of
yeah.
them, I think he spat it out twice, and I think Brad
Mm.
knocked it out as well once.
Yeah, 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 yeah. As I say, listen, yeah, I agree. He may well have had the one knocked out, but for it to be knocked out 3 times it's it doesn't happen very often. You know what I mean? It happens one in a million times in a fight. When do you see a mouth guard come out 3 times? I think the only other time I've seen it live is when James DeGale boxed in America. I was there against Badu Jack, and the only reason that sort of come out was because he had lost his tooth during the fight. Um, Apart from that, it don't really come out 3 times. You know what I mean? If it does, the point will get taken away.
How upset was Brad and like you as a team not getting the result?
Um, it was a weird one. It was a bit of a roller coaster of emotion. We was obviously buzzing at the end of the fight, disappointing when the announcement got made. But then we also took away from it that Brad had fought his ass off and he put in a performance of his life, and we were so proud of him for the way he boxed. So it was hard to be down about it. Um, but then it was also hard to be absolutely buzzing. You know what I mean? So um, yeah, I wouldn't say we was necessarily disappointed because we were so proud of how he had boxed and he had done so well. But
Best I've seen him box in a while, to be fair.
100%, I think he put in a performance of his life. To be fair, and he couldn't have left any more in the ring. And he said that during before the fight, during the fight, he said, "Mate, I'll leave it all in the ring," and he did.
Yeah. Um. So does it make for a rematch?
We would love that as a team. We would love that. Do I think it will happen? Nah, probably not. Only because I think Warren has probably got bigger things. Maybe push for Heaney. Maybe he'll move on, fight at Stoke against someone in a big fight, which a rematch would obviously be a massive fight, but they might push for something else. Brad's obviously called for it, but as I said, I don't think he'll get it, which is it's gutting for him. But what can you do? You can't pull someone into the ring, can you?
Yeah. I mean, if Heaney does like vacate the belt, I'm sure like Brad should be like first in line anyway for it.
100% off that performance. 100% he should be, and um, and I'm sure he will be back and he'll win that title.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and before I let you go, as always, do you want to thank manager, trainers, sponsors, just anyone who's helping you in your career and
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, 100%. As always, massive thanks to Steve Goodwin. He's the best manager around. Can't get anyone better than him. He looks after you as a fighter, and he um he pushes you in the right direction at the right pace. And he's not a manager to sort of force you into anything too early. Yeah, so big up to Steve Goodwin. Can't thank him enough. Secondly, would like to say a massive, massive, massive thanks to my team. Obviously, my dad wouldn't be where I am without him. He's my coach. Danny Barber, massive thanks to him as well, also helping me out in the corner. And then sponsors, of course, I'm just gonna have a look, make sure I don't miss any out. Sponsors, massive thanks to all of them. I've got a few here that I'm just gonna list through. So I've got Greg Lawrence Meat and Co. Massive thanks to them. They supplying all my meat every time I fight. Megatown Lounge, it's a sunbed shop local to me. If anyone's around my area, then massive thanks to them and always get down there. Spartan FX we got. It's a new sponsor on board, which is a Forex company which does the exchange of money from country to country. Massive thank you to them. Grove Gallery, which is a gallery up London. They're a massive help and I've been there since the start of my career. Slater and Sons Construction, massive thanks to them. And then JAW Roofing, they're always there. As I say, I know it was a bit long-winded, there's a few of them, but I wouldn't be able to be in the position I am without all them lot, so thank you very much.
And from me, mate, thank you for your time as always, and well done on your win a few weeks ago.
Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, appreciate your time and thanks for having me on. I'm sure we'll be back at some point.
Thank you. Bye, mate.
Time, mate. Bye, bye, bye.